Next at 7, the Little League World Series champs have just landed back home. We'll bring you live to the celebration in Lake Mary. Plus, a mother reacts to her Lake Mary superstar getting pulled up to the majors. Coming up.
Tonight's primetime lineup on WESH 2 is sponsored by Orlando Health Jewett Orthopedic Institute. Get top sports medicine and orthopedic care without an appointment. Visit orlandohealth.com/walk-in.
Next at 7, a fight breaks out at a local high school, sending 2 students to the hospital. How the students were hurt.
The Little League World Champs are back home in Lake Mary. Team coverage of today's celebration is just ahead.
And a parking predicament in a tourist-heavy town. Drivers and businesses being asked to pay to park. And neighbors say that's not the only problem.
Local, live, late-breaking. WESH 2 News starts now.
We begin with breaking news in connection with the Madeline Soto murder investigation. New documents show Soto's death was ruled a homicide via strangulation. Soto was reported missing in February. Her body was discovered 4 days later. Her mother's boyfriend, Stephen Stearns, is charged in connection with her murder. 2 high school students, meantime, are in the hospital right now after police say they tried to settle an argument with a pair of scissors. One was stabbed, the other was cut, and as WESH 2's Greg Fox explains, the incident quickly drew parents and other family members to the lockdown campus. All right, we're turning our attention now to the weather. Of course, we had some storms that rolled through our area this afternoon. Yeah, but the heavy part of them is away from us now. Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi here now. And Tony, how's tonight looking?
Yeah, it looks good, and we've got that big launch tonight, so we're going to be watching this carefully. You can see the rockets down, but they'll get that in the upright position here a little bit later on. You can see the temperatures now low in mid-80s, pretty much area-wide. The afternoon storms are now pulling into the Gulf of Mexico. We have a well-established deep easterly flow. Notice off to the east, though, there are some showers. We'll be monitoring them to see how they fire on up or pulse on down for the overnight launch. But you can see most of us are in really, really good shape. Just a couple spotty light showers here up to the north. We take a look at Futurecast here. It does continue to manage to have a few of them around even after sunset. But the one thing that we'll have to watch now is after midnight, will these showers return? They look like they will, but hopefully it is going to be after that very early launch time, which for now is at 3:38 in the morning. 90% go on this. Wind shear is in the green, which is good to go. Booster recovery also in the green, which is good to go. Now, this overall weather pattern is going to be very fast. We'll talk more about that. And that midweek forecast, all straight ahead.
The Lake Mary All-Stars received a hero's welcome this afternoon after flying home from Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And that is where the team fought one battle after another to get all the way through the gauntlet of teams at the Little League World Series. And they won it all yesterday, beating Chinese Taiwan by 1 run. WESH 2's Gail Pascal-Brown is live from the Lake Mary Sports Complex. And Gail, those players and coaches must be happy but exhausted.
Yes, definitely exhausted. Listen, what a day. What a time. You know, it's just been so exciting, that's for sure. And as you can see, the last of the celebrants have already left the sports complex. But you know something? Earlier today, friends, family, and the Lake Mary community were out here at the sports complex in anticipation of greeting their Little League World Champs. The team came off the bus with much enthusiasm as they brought it home to the Lake Mary Sports Complex. This is what hard work is all about. Sure, these kids didn't get any sleep last night. They were too excited, and I doubt their parents got any sleep either. Coaches and the team are super glad to be home after putting the city, the county, and the state on the map as the first Florida team ever to win the Little League World Series.
I knew it. I knew the kids were prepared. I knew we put in the work. I knew it was going to happen. And then you saw in the speech, I got prayed over. And then with the breaks that were happening, I knew it. It was written. It was ours the whole time.
The best feeling ever. I mean, it's like really great. It's a really great accomplishment.
Wow. You know something, in the beginning, I was like, man, you was throwing nothing but strikes, my brother. How did you keep up the momentum and the pace and even the thought process out there on that mound?
Really just thinking of everybody at home, everybody watching. I mean, I knew I had a job to prove that I was good, and I knew we had to bring back this championship.
Bring back this championship, they did. And listen, in case you didn't see that final game, because, woo, Lord, it was hard to watch, that's for sure. All-Stars, the Lake Mary All-Stars defeated Chinese Taipei 2-1. on Sunday in 8 innings. 8 innings for that title. Way to go, All-Stars. We're so very proud of you. I'm Gail Pascal-Brown, live in Lake Mary for WESH 2 News.
All right, Gail, thank you. And the team, the family members, the coaches, they were all on the same plane flying into Orlando International this afternoon.
Oh, yeah. And along with the crowd, there were several journalists there to greet them. Just a few there. Let's take it to WESH 2's Tony Atkins, who was there at the airport with the community support.
Yeah, I feel like a presidential embed, just going with the team wherever they go, from the plane to their celebration here in Lake Mary. And I just want to show you, this is Lake Mary. The celebration is over for now, but this is the true Lake Mary. You see parents out supporting their teams, and what we're looking at right now is some practice for Lake Mary softball for the fall. So this is a machine. It keeps going, and a part of that machine I have Jose Tormos, Coach Jose, yes, known by the kids. Coach, you do a lot of content creation for this team. Tell us about what you do here.
So I've coached here for the last 10 years, and I've seen a lot of these kids grow up, and it's been so emotional over the last couple of weeks to watch them just excel in this beautiful game that we call baseball. And I've done a lot of hype videos for them. I've done a lot of content creation for them, and a lot of the parents have gotten excited about it. And the kids have reached out to me on social media, and I tagged them. And it's just been one heck of a ride. It definitely is our summer for sure.
Let's talk about that. So you're a part of the hype machine, so a big responsibility is making sure that this community is engaged. Can you tell us about the Lake Mary community where you grew up and why they support this team so much and why it was so easy to get them engaged on the social content?
Okay, so 100% on that. I did grow up here in Lake Mary, Florida, and we've been here for so many years watching Little League excel, getting higher and higher levels, and this was the year where we had a bunch of kids that just knew what to do. We had a common goal, and with a bunch of major leaguers coming out of Lake Mary High School, these kids have a lot of people that they look up to, and they wanted to prove to the world that they can be on that stage as well. And this is where we did it today.
And you know, when the hype dies down, it's just parents, they like nothing ever happened. This is Lake Mary on a regular day at this point. So, you know, obviously they're putting in the work behind the scenes and not just on the big stage.
Yes, I actually told a lot of my friends that what they saw at the Little League World Series was a typical Saturday here at Lake Mary Little League. It's just we just did it on the grandest stage. Yeah, 100%, yes.
Awesome. Coach Jose, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, sir.
And yeah, you see practice right behind me. I'm going to send things back to you guys in the studio. But again, Lake Mary, they already got the next generation preparing for the next series set of world champs. I'm reporting live in Lake Mary. Tony Atkins, WESH 2 News.
There's no sleep. There's no rest for these guys.
No rest. And our very own Meredith McDonough will be emceeing the team's parade this weekend. She's a proud Lake Mary baseball mom. She knows some of the kids and the coaches and the families. So we all know that she can't wait to celebrate the boys and their families on Saturday.
An Osceola County man remains behind bars tonight, charged with killing his wife in St. Cloud. 48-year-old Jose Manuel Otero Fontanez is charged with first-degree murder. Investigators say one of their children called 911 Saturday afternoon and said his father shot his mom. Once officers arrived, they tried to go inside, but they say shots were fired at them. They then sent a drone inside the house. A crisis negotiator reached out to Otero Fontanez over the phone and talked him into surrendering.
I believe the officers responded very, very well to this. They did everything they were supposed to do. They did not get a chance. They didn't have to fire their weapon, and they were able to take a suspect into custody in such a volatile situation.
No officers were hurt, and Otero Fontanez is now being held on no bond. The former owners of the Pulse nightclub will not face any criminal charges connected to the deaths that happened in the 2016 mass shooting.
There have been long-running allegations that the club's former owners, Barbara and Rosario Poma, had been negligent in their operation of the club, and that led to some deaths that night. WESH 2's Nancy Alvarez has more on the closing of this latest investigation into the attack. Now, Nancy reached out to several of the people who filed the police reports that spurred this investigation, including mothers of victims. They say they haven't read the report and that they can't because it was not provided in Spanish. Orlando police do confirm they have not translated the report. We've posted the entire 23-page investigative document on WESH.com. Polaris is ready to go. What this mission will do that hasn't happened in decades.
And this young man played for the Lake Mary All-Stars when he was just a kid, and now he is playing in the big show. And we got to hear him break the news to his mom.
We got any plans coming up? It's next few days?
Absolutely not.
Well, good, because we're going to come watch you play at Nationals Park against the Yankees on Monday.
I love that. All right, the other big story here is the tropics have been quiet, but now we got a couple of waves that the models are trying to develop. We'll take a closer look at that straight ahead.
They will try to do something no other team from the state of Florida has done. Come to Williamsport and win the whole thing.
Just stay in this fight. Keep going, because this is going to be a great story when it's over.
Something just happened. I think Lake Mary just won the World Championship.
They deserve this more than anybody.
I dreamed of it like since I was little, just being here, and then we won the whole thing. I was like, no way.
Congratulations, Lake Mary. We're glad to have been on the journey with you.
Go All-Stars!
What's happening now and what's next? This is the news that matters to you, and it's right here at 5. Michelle Imperato, Jesse Pagan, and First Warning Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi. WESH 2 News at 5. Local, live, late breaking.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Shark Coatings.
We are counting down to a historic mission on our Space Coast. 4 civilian astronauts will blast off in a SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule early tomorrow morning. The crew will board a SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule and soar higher than any human has traveled since the Apollo program ended in the 70s. At one point, the 4 will travel halfway back to Earth to conduct the world's first all-commercial spacewalk with new SpaceX suits. The crew will debut new spacesuits for the first ever all-commercial spacewalk, of course. Right now, SpaceX is targeting 3:38 a.m. for liftoff of that Falcon 9 rocket. Our coverage of the historic launch starts at 3:25 tomorrow morning on air and online at WESH.com. Venetian Bay, a massive community in New Smyrna Beach, will soon start charging customers who go to shops and restaurants and their town center.
WESH 2's Pamela Combe talked with business owners who worry that charging a fee to get in will drive even more people away.
Business owners tell us paid parking is supposed to start in a few weeks, but it'll likely get pushed back to October while they work to get all the signage and technology installed to make it all work.
It is a big night for another Lake Mary superstar. Dylan Cruz makes his debut tonight for the Washington Nationals after Cruz got the call up to the majors. He called his mom.
What's up, Mom?
Hey, honey.
What you up to?
Oh, I'm at Wayne Casey. I'm going to get some dinner.
Sweet. Sweet.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Nothing much. Just hanging out here at the school right now. But you got any plans coming up this next few days?
Absolutely not.
Well, good, because we're going to come watch you play at Nationals Park against the Yankees on Monday.
Oh my God, honey. I'm so excited for you.
Oh my gosh, does that not melt your heart? WESH 2's Darren Stoltzfus will have a report from the Nationals Park tonight at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, that game is happening right now. Bottom of the second. Again, Yankees against the Washington Nationals. And Darren will have that again tonight.
All right, we had another hot, another humid day, and I think we have many more of these ahead of us.
Yeah, at least the heavy part of it all is gone for now, at least from away from us. So Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi keeping track of it all. Tony, it's nice behind you, I'll say that.
Yes, it is. The deep easterly flow, guys, has taken on over, and the pattern this week is going to be very similar to what we experienced out there today. Showers will start on the eastern side of the peninsula. They'll move inland. As the peninsula heats up, they become thunderstorms, and then they move off into the Gulf of Mexico. Pretty steady temperatures, though, out there right now. In the wake of that first line, 80 to 85 degrees. Satellite presentation shows the storms pulling off into the Gulf of Mexico. Still a few residual showers up here in our northern sections, mainly really Marion County. And those storms on Saturday should get going after the Lake Mary Little League Parade, which is certainly some good news. We'll continue to fine-tune that forecast here over the next couple days. 2 big waves here that both the models are trying to develop. This is the first wave near the Cabo Verde Islands, and then another one that will come off the west coast of Africa in the next couple of days. But let me show you what the European and now the GFS are doing. They're taking this feature and pushing it very close to Puerto Rico on September the 4th and 5th. From there, there's a cold front that'll be dropping off towards the south and east, and that one will be key down the road. So let me show you the combination here of both the models. There's the Euro, there's the GFS right on top of Puerto Rico there on September the 5th, and we're hoping that as that front drops on in, it'll turn this particular feature out to sea. Way too early to make that call. Keep checking back in, and we'll keep you posted. Now, through Thursday, rain chances at 50%, high of about 92, but the rain chances do go up heading into the weekend.
All right, Tony, thank you. Here's a preview of Access Hollywood that's coming up next.
Hey guys, Justin and Hailey Bieber just welcomed their baby boy, Jack Blues Bieber, by posting this cute picture on Instagram. But now Access has new details on the significance behind Jack's name. And only we know why Justin chose that manicure for Hailey. That's how deep we get here at Access Hollywood. Then the tragic love story of Superman star Christopher Reeve and his wife Dana is heading to the big screen, why their children are choosing now to tell their story. And we're going to look back at our time with the Reeves family, plus Chris Hemsworth on the drums. You got to hear why he's now on tour with Ed Sheeran. All that and so much more just moments away on Access Hollywood.
This First Morning Weather Update is sponsored by attorney Dan Newlin.
Summer Knowles is joining us in studio now with a preview of what we're working on tonight.
Now, Summer, take it away.
Hey guys, a St. Cloud man is arrested after shooting and killing his wife, then firing at officers. The fight that turned deadly, while police say his 2 children were inside the home. Plus, the Lake Mary Little League world champs are back home tonight. How the community welcomed them back to celebrate their big achievement. That and much more tonight at 11. Back to you.
That does it for us. Join us again at 10 on CW18 and 11 here on WESH 2.
And the news is always on WESH.com and the free WESH 2 News mobile app. Have a wonderful evening.
Hurry into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. But act fast. The hottest deals of the summer won't last. Get in and get away now. Lease a Tucson for $199 a month. Or get 1.99% APR for 60 months or up to $1,250 bonus cash. Hurry in.
This is Tony. He's your chief meteorologist and Central Florida's most accurate.
No matter the forecast, I'm always watching your weather.
From sunny skies to stormy afternoons, trust Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi and WESH 2 First Warning Weather.